can see some Adidas, some hard shell Adidas, old school Adidas. I'm not even worried about the belt.
We do.
David, do you see my men in house right now?
Wow, yeah, look out, Cari. You don't want to get between those two guys with a belt on the line. You know about belts, Cari.
I do.
Yes,
I do know about the belt.
Don't break out the top 5 belt, please.
Weidman, Rockhold, middleweight championship on the line. Here we go. Rockhold continues to batter Weidman. He's going to stop it. It is all over. Luke Rockhold is the new UFC middleweight champion of the world.
Los Angeles, folks. UFC 199 will be right here June 4th at the Forum. And we have the men in house right now, the 2 men in house who will be fighting for that belt. We got Luke, we got Chris. It's interesting because you guys actually, off camera, scared our talent producer because you scared him. He didn't want to give you guys water. Why are you guys being bullies to people who can't get in the octagon?
We're thirsty.
You're thirsty?
We're thirsty, and we just wanted him to throw it to his underhand, and it's a Sportscenter. He thought he wouldn't be nervous to do that, but he was embarrassed.
He was embarrassed.
Yeah.
Well, good grief, there's a lot happening here in Los Angeles. So meanwhile, okay, I'll start with you first, Chris. You said that you're doing things differently. You said prior to the fight with Luke, the first fight with him, that you were comfortable, complacent, and now you're doing everything different. What are you doing differently?
Well, my last camp, it started, I did a 6-week camp just like I did for my Vitor fight, and the first week I happened to break my foot in 2 spots, my first sparring session, so I figured I'd get through it, and ended up not working out for me. So now I'm doing a 12-week camp. If you do have an injury, like, you could kind of work around it and have time to, you already have a lot of time to get in shape. So that's one of the big things that I'm changing. Just a longer camp, more specific training. You know, Luke did a good job with, you know, in the first round I took him down a couple times with double legs and singles, and he did a good job at the end of the first, threatening with a guillotine, which stopped me from really hitting takedowns later on the fight. That was my last takedown attempt, was in the first. And so a lot of things with guillotine defenses and just being prepared and comfortable in everything that he does good.
All right, so you, Luke, have said that this next fight will be different. You immediately campaigned, Chris, after you lost. You're like, I want a rematch, I want a rematch. But you said this next one will be completely different in terms of how it'll feel. Why is that?
He had his injuries, and I had mine. Obviously, I was on antibiotics for 2 weeks. If anybody knows anything about it, it drains you. You're powerless, energyless. I've never been in a fight like that and felt that drained. After the first round, I really had nothing left. I had to kind of suck it up, and I only could have so much output. I'd said everything I was going to do. I said I was going to finish him in the 3rd round. Most people think it should have been stopped at the 3rd round. I lived up to everything I said. I'm going to live up to everything I say this time. I'm going to stop him in the 2nd round, and everything's going to be a lot different. He's good, but I just got a lead that no one's going to be able to catch up to right now. All
right, so trash talk obviously comes with the territory. You've often said that Chris is very emotional. What do you mean by that?
He got pretty emotional at the press conference. I don't know what's going on over there. I don't know if this belt over here on this side on the West Coast is getting to him, but, you know, I don't know. There's a little fuel in his eyes, and so it's nice to see him calm down a little bit, maybe a little bit of, you know, maybe a bit of a better fight, but I still see the same outcome. I don't feel threatened in any way, shape, or form. In that fight, the moment that Chris jumped on my back, rather than trying to wrestle me, which is his one department, which he was better than me in, I knew I had him. The moment in the first round where he jumps on my back, within the
you're right. I agree with you.
First 1 minute.
That was weird. I've never done that in my life. I jumped on his back.
It was kind of a.
I felt.
It was kind of a B move. It was a bit of a. It was a bitch move.
Yeah, that was.
Television.
I didn't say it. That was another mistake.
Yeah. So tell me what your take was.
On the fight?
On the fight, yeah.
You know, I went in there to win, and at the end of the day, I went in there to win. I fought with injuries before. I fought Lito Machia with a broken hand, and I got through it. I won. And I thought I was going to do it with him, and I didn't. So really, I hate making excuses. I really do. But we are fighting again. So the fact is that the truth. I went through a lot of stuff. I wasn't able to get my cardio to where I wanted to. And then, so that just plays a lot of mental games. And I would say that was the biggest issue with me.
Okay, so we know that you guys don't normally do press together, and you are now, so we want to watch our leg.
Yeah.
We are. Okay. So why did you guys decide to do an interview together here at Sportscenter?
I don't know if we had a choice.
You didn't have a choice in the matter?
You guys
Just had
picking it
to,
up?
yeah, so
Maybe,
okay,
maybe the
that's how it
champ
had to
had a choice.
be.
But
Well, he is the champ. Well, let's talk about
I'm very comfortable in my shoes with my belt.
with your belt, so
I
you
don't know
feel
if I
good.
can say the same for Chris.
no, I'm not. I'm definitely not comfortable without the belt. That's for sure. That's why I'm here. That's why we're having the rematch.
That's why you guys are having.
And I did get emotional at that press conference, like you said, because it gets personal when he took something from me that I know I worked so hard for, and I know I'm capable of getting it back. So
You're not capable of getting it back. I've dedicated my life to this sport. You've dedicated your life to a family. You can't push as hard. You can't do what I do.
I dedicated myself to my family, so that means I can't be good at a sport.
I leave no stone unturned.
Okay, so do you have any outside pleasures that you enjoy?
I enjoy, but I trust me. I know how to cut everything off.
So do I.
All right.
So you're bringing up family like that. Family actually helps me a lot.
I have some experience in this here, so let's just take a moment, okay, and gather ourselves. Talk about the sport in general. John Bones Jones, all right? John Jones, your friend.
His new teammate over here?
Yes, East Coast.
Well, what do you think about him fighting? Reinstated fighting, being in a lot of trouble recently.
Yeah. I could care less. I'm more focused on what I'm doing right now, but John Jones is obviously, he's done some stupid things, so hopefully he can clean up his act and get it together.
He's not your teammate. How do you feel about him back in the ring?
No, he's one of the best fighters of all time. So to have him back in the ring is great, and everyone makes mistakes, and he's under the microscope. So I'm not going to judge him and kill him over all the things he's done. But he's in a place now where he could come back and be a greater role model. People like people who've gone through adversity and come back stronger. So he has an opportunity now to be a great role model, which sounds like he's trying to do. I mean, he's sober and he's working hard. I know he just had another setback with a ticket recently, but I think he's going to be just fine.
All right. So, Luke, favored in 199. How do you feel about that?
It's understandable. If you watch the last fight, I would definitely make him a favorite. But I know where my potential is and where I was at before that fight. So that's why I'm so confident going into this next fight. So it doesn't really matter, the odds.
I don't see how it plays out any differently. I controlled every aspect of the fight. The problem is with Chris, he has no vision. He's too tense. He's too tight. He can't let it go. I love fighting. I'm comfortable in there, and I see things, and I'll adjust to it. There's not one area in this fight I'm going to lose.
You're selling this fight, because I feel the tension right now. I thought you guys, prior to this interview, were really good friends and enjoyed one another, but there's no love lost.
This vision he's talking about, I don't get it. He's really obsessed with this vision. He sees it all. I don't get it. He didn't see Vitor knocking you out. You were a little relaxed for that one.
Luke Rockhold, ladies and gentlemen.
People can get caught, but people can get being dominated is a whole different story.
Okay.
It's exactly what's going to happen again.
We'll save it for UFC 199, June 4th. Chris Weidman, I appreciate it. Luke, I don't want you guys to fight. There's nobody here to protect me. My partner in crime, David, is already in Bristol. He can't jump in between you two.
Yeah.
We're good?
We know we can't throw the ball, my man over here. So he's definitely not breaking us up.
David, save me here.
Wow, that was good stuff. I hate to butt in. I kind of wanted to see them go for a little while.
I don't want it. I want everyone to get along.
Now, the big fella, Paxton Lynch, throwing pro day. We're going to see him throw live coming up.